I walked in the fullness. Could you arise? I need my yoke to be equal. I need the territory to match my roots.
Yes.
And I'm literally straining myself to grow in the pot of your limitations. I'm strangling myself to grow in the pot of loyalty. I'm killing myself to grow in the pot of popularity. I'm killing myself to grow in the pot of acceptance. I'm killing myself to keep somebody else happy who I have now outgrown. I need to be uprooted. I need God to relocate me into a place where I can expand my root system.
Come on.
Because my root systems are the hidden figures of the tree. And everybody's praising the fruit, but nobody considers the root. People come to the church and they praise the ones who get the mic, but they don't talk about the people counting the money. They praise the people who can get up here and sing, but nobody acknowledges the person who comes in and clean the church. What if I just sit down? Ain't nobody paying me no attention. I bet if I leave this church dirty and let it smell bad and let the trash rot, they'll give me some attention. All they talk about is Air Force, but they don't understand that I've been down here. My back is literally hurting, mopping this big church, vacuuming this big church. Nobody gets praised for cleaning. Everybody's praising the pastor. I'm the one carrying the towel. I'm the one going through warfare. I'm the one covering the man of God always. I'm taking darts for the ministry because people who leave the church breaks pastor's heart. And so now I got to stand in the gap for him. God's waking me up. Nobody talks about the intercessor. I'm going through hell for the church and he gets all the credit. Nobody considers what's not seen. The pastoral care going to the hospitals. The senior pastor takes all the credit. I'm the one keeping the retention in the church. The people will leave the church if it wasn't for me. I'm the one that called them to come back to church. It wasn't pastor. Sometimes it hurts to be hidden. It's not easy being hidden. It's not easy to have integrity and do what's right when nobody's watching.
Amen.
That is what gives a distinction. Is this for show or is it for God? If you are about to quit because you didn't get the credit, ask yourself, why am I so discontent with being the hidden figure? Why am I the one that is so upset when I don't get the credit that I deserve? I'm a hidden figure. The third hidden figure. We've dealt with the counsel of the ungodly. How you figure? We dealt with the bodily figures, the way of sinners. So God, I've been doing the sanctification and you identified who the problem was. But now you have to identify the position that I've been in. I didn't realize that one of the figures you wanted to deal with, Lord, had to do with how I positioned myself.
Yeah.
I wanted somebody to blame, and I didn't realize that the position that I took on the situation, even when you didn't know how I felt because the Lord told me to shut my mouth, I didn't express my opinion, but I postured my heart in the seat of the scornful. I've been positioned in bitterness, walking in offense, paranoid. I ain't said nothing, but I'm waiting for something to pop off. I've been quiet about it. But you don't know what's calculating in my mind. I've already rehearsed reads for you and I didn't tell you. I'm smiling, but I already know what I'm going to say to tear your world down if you cross me the wrong way. I'm silent, but there are some hidden grenades in the back of my mind that'll blow this church up. Unforgiveness will lock you out of your destiny. Because you're the one that got to hold on to that grenade on you.
Yeah.
You're the one that got to walk so careful that the bombs you planted don't blow you up.
My God.
You're the one that got to be still and wait. Have you ever had a stakeout? I know some of y'all can't attest to this, but some of y'all was trying to catch your ex cheating. Sometimes I say ex when I'm really talking about who you with, but you got ready to plant some just in case. Counting how many snores. So you know they're in a deep sleep. To sneak through their phone. I know that's not true. I know around 3 minutes they start getting in that deep sleep because I done studied the pattern of their sleep. And wonder why that the cost of my stakeout is now insomnia.
Come on. Yeah.
The cost of my distress is now anxiety. The cost of my unforgiveness is costochondritis, and now my chest feels like it's about to explode. Of what I was staking out to do. The position I took on the situation cost me my peace. I'm going to get it back. For what they done to me, I'm going to get you back. Oh, you may have thought you got away with it. Oh, but I'm going to get you back. Because nobody gets away but humiliating me. I got a plan for you. And I won't rest. I'll get you back. Not realizing that you are literally prophesying over your situation. I won't rest.
Oh my God.
Till I get you back. Not realizing how literal that statement is. I won't rest. And you've been wondering why you can't rest. You can sleep and still not rest.
Yeah. Amen.
Because you're sleeping in the seat of the scornful. You're churching in the seat of the scornful. I'm going to a new church and my old church is still in my mind. I got a new pastor, but I'm waiting on the church hurt. Because I left the location, but I took the position with me.
Jesus.
I was born in the seat of the scornful. My mama was bitter.
Yeah.
I don't trust men because my mama taught me not to trust men.
Jesus.
You ain't going to get over on me. And you got a person who ain't did nothing to you. But because of the last relationship, I'm ready this time. If you was going to stay in that position, you should have stayed in that relationship. Because the position you took to catch that person ain't there no more. So now you're trying to catch a person and that's not even their struggle. So now you done moved to another relationship about to kill this one because you still are trying to project that relationship on this one. So now you saying, well, I'm going to learn from what I went through, but if you was going to keep that wisdom was for when you were. Can you handle the blessings that God wants to give you? See, you pray for a good husband, but do you know what to do with one? Pray for a good wife, but can you handle one? Because now, the person who they used to be, they're not anymore. And you're still waiting to catch who they used to be.
Come on.
Now you prayed for God to change him, and he did.
He did.
Come on. Woo!
But because you hadn't healed yet. So now you're waiting to catch the husband who cheated on you in 2012. In 2019. You're waiting to catch the wife who hurt. See, some of y'all stay in relationships, but you're still wounded.
Oh, Jesus.
and you haven't learned to love from your scars, you're loving from your wound.
What you say?
There's a difference.
There's some people who are churching from their wounds and not their scars. There's some preachers who are preaching from their wounds and not their scars. The difference between a wound and a scar is healing.
Yeah. Come on. There's a difference.
So now I want to come to Jacksonville and preach from what I learned in Valdosta. So now I'm mishandling you because of what I learned from them. Because when I lost that church, and you got a church hurt pastor, now I'm guarded and jaded with this church and won't let nobody in. Pastoring from our wounds and calling it experience. What if what you call wisdom, God calls bitterness? What if what you call trust issues, God calls unforgiveness? What if you're in denial of what it really is?
What if?
What if you're not as over it as you thought you was?
What if?
What if God sends a reminder and see what you do with it? Oh, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over
That's
it.
good.
Oh, I done been past that. That is so 5 years ago. Oh, I just done let that. I done moved on. I'm in a new relationship. Ooh, you gotta check out the new me. You gotta check out the new V. You gotta check out who I am now. Hashtag new season, new year, new me. New year, new me. I can't wait for watch night service. I already come up with my hashtags and my outfit, and my shoes are gonna be sickening.
Yes, they will be. It's God.
So now we're dressing up our business.
Come on.
We bought a new outfit for our brokenness.
Come on.
We're still in that position. It's just made up. Because now I know how to contour my round face so it don't look so round. It looks chiseled, but it's still pie face. I still got pie face. I just learned how to contour it. It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
We know how to contour our messages. We know how to contour our performance. So now the people see you on stage and you got power, but you're still hurting and you don't have nobody to come to. Where do the minister go?
Where? Well, Lord.
Jesus.
The Lord is saying, I need you to deal with your wounds. Because in this season, you can't bleed all over everybody. We cannot keep conforming everybody to our experience, because now you've been the person that everybody got to do like this because of your wounds. And so now we got to walk on eggshells so that you don't pop off on us. So now we got to walk like this because we didn't know you got triggers when it comes to things. We got to do like this because if I rebuke the house, you take it personal. He preaching about me. And this message was a word that God told me to preach. And that is the indication that it was from God when you can say it's about you. Why should I preach something that ain't about the people in here?
Huh?
Why would I preach something that's not necessary? But your wounds got us like this, baby. Your church hurt got us churching like this. Your trust issues got us loving like this. Your refusal to admit where you was wrong and your victim mentality got us befriending like this. And in this season, I can't go no further on this level. Either come up or choke. But I got to walk in what God told me to do. I got to go where God tell me to go. I can't tiptoe around your dysfunctions. Because we all got pain.
Jesus, help us all. Help us all.
Church hurt pastor, a church hurt congregation.
Yes.
Person with trust issues, a person with truth issues. A person that's paranoid. A person that's a liar. Dysfunction. Trying to work together. Trying to be unified. With all this problem. My gift doesn't work well with your gift because God gave you the gift of mercy and you so patient and you so kind. But God gave me the gift of faith and I like things done like this. And sometimes I may come off sharp because I'm a prophet and we just like that. And I just been in my cave and I've been hearing from God. And I don't have time to come and wait on people. And y'all got to stop being babies. I'm not here to spoon feed you. I'm not here to baby you. Baby, you'll kill the church with your prophetic self. God needed to send somebody with a pastor's heart. Because you with all your revelation will kill the people who don't have it. Yeah. So we needed somebody to nurture and teach. How do we work together? How? Maybe we need to stop saying we're church hurt and saying we're church healed.
Amen. That's good.
Maybe where we are is the posture of our words. Maybe where we are is the posture of our paradigm. Maybe if I have a paradigm shift and stop saying I'm the victim and saying I'm the victor, maybe what I speak will come to pass. Maybe if I say the right things about it and stop saying I'm hurt and I'm healed, maybe it'll manifest. What if I had more faith in what God was going to do and then what I've been through? What if I prophesy? What if the word we overcome by the words of the prophet was the prophet inside?
Yes.
My God.
Jesus is Lord.
God, teach me what to say about my situation. Teach me what to say about my position. Teach me what to say about my posture. Teach me not to walk in the bitterness of my mama. Teach me not to walk in the dysfunction of my grandma. Teach me not to be a product of what I came from. Maybe I'm struggling with relationships because I've come from 3 generations of not seeing of single parents. My mama was single. My grandma was single. Strong black women. None of them had a man. I don't need no man. I don't need this. Maybe what I think is a feminist and feminism about me is really rebellion that I don't want to deal with. Maybe I'm dealing with trust, and maybe it's a generational curse.
Yeah.
Maybe my season being up is really, I'm just not rooted. Maybe it has nothing to do with my season. Maybe I've been considering divorce because my posture has been in my feelings. Not in. Maybe I've been considering moving away and running from things because that's been my position. Maybe I'm not used to facing things head on and fixing anything. Maybe I'm used to retreat. Maybe I can't work well with other people. Maybe it's not because I work so good by myself, but maybe it's something in me that won't allow me to submit to teamwork.
Well, Jesus.
If you can allow these simple steps of figuring out what's hidden in your life, if you do the investigative work, and you look and you go through the different things that you are dealing with. The first figure was the counsel of the ungodly. If I stop getting the wrong words, if I stop getting the wrong advice, if I stop being around the wrong people, if I stop being in the wrong posture, if I can just do those 3 things, if I can deal with those 3 things, maybe God can do something in me. Because figures, also when I looked up the word figures, it was the framework that gives a thing formation. Look at your neighbor again and say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Get in formation.
Get in formation.
It gives it bodily form. It gives it structure. It gives it stature. It gives it security. It gives it consistency. Maybe what you're missing is you've been asking God for your harvest, because that only deals with your fruit. And you never examine your roots. Because nobody ever deals with us with the season that's not harvest. All we talk about is seed time and harvest. Nobody deals with what is in between the seed, the planting, and the manifestation of harvest. What is in the middle that we don't discuss? The root system. The germination. Figures that God wants you to deal with in this season. It's the things that nobody is shouting about. Because we want to get to the harvest and we want to get to God did it and he's turning it around and he's going to do it in 3 days and touch your neighbor and spin in 7 circles and shout and dance and jump. And the Lord said, but I want to deal with what you've been churching on top of. I want to deal with what you've been dancing on top of. I want to examine what you don't want to talk about. I want to deal with your commitment. I want to deal with your consistency. I want to deal with why you run from things that get too serious. I want to deal with why you make up excuses to break up every time things get serious. I want to deal with that. I want to deal with why you left the church every time your heart got too open. Why? What are you protecting? I want to deal with why you have become a fair weather friend. Why is it that you fall out with everybody? Everybody is your best friend when you first meet them, and y'all best friends overnight, and y'all best friends for 7 months, and then after a while it fizzles down. Why is it that all of your friendships do that? Haven't you noticed that you're gung-ho with everybody in the beginning, and then when you find out they're a real person, then you fall out with them? Do you want to realize that it might not be everybody else? Don't you want to know that maybe it's something in you that we want to examine? Come on. Why is it that every church you went to was wrong? Why is it that everybody's wrong but you? These are the things that we don't ever stop and ask. God, what's in me? That you need to create in me a clean heart. Why am I always a victim? Even if they are wrong, what's in me that keeps putting myself in victimizing situations?
Yeah. Wow.
Am I lacking wisdom? Because I'm starting to notice a pattern. I'm starting to notice that every relationship I'm in has the same outcome. They're all different people, so it got to be something I need to acknowledge in me. I'm starting to notice that every church I leave, I'm saying the same thing about. So let me deal with that. I'm starting to notice that every friendship ends, that I'm tearing them down. Let me deal with that. So what's in me? What is the void that nobody has ever been a true friend enough to tell me? Because everybody's friendship is superficial and they don't love me enough to tell me the truth. So they leave and I never know.
This is God.
So God, send me a rooted friend.
Yes, God.
Who's going to love me enough to say, friend? I'm not going to run from you because I'm assigned to you, but I'm going to tell you the truth.
Come on.
Friend, I love you enough to tell you that you need to learn to fix your face. Friend, I'm trying to tell you, every time you fall in love, you move too fast, and you do too much, and you fall in love with somebody you don't know. Now you introducing me to somebody you ain't met yet. Friend, I'm trying to help you.
That's good.
And friend, I need you to understand that I'm coming from a pure place and I'm not just trying to check you, but I need you to know because I'm going to be the one that's picking up the pieces because they're going to leave you, but I'm your real friend. So friend, can we talk? Are we friends enough for me to tell you that you need to work on your insecurities? Because insecurities is inside.
Come on.
Friend. I take friendship seriously. Don't call me best friend. And when I tell you the truth, now we on the out and out.
That's right.
How many people are you mad at for truth? How many people that you call exes now because they told you the truth? Y'all was engaged before you had your first fallout. Don't you marry nobody you ain't blew up with yet. I know y'all want to grow up, but you need to blow up with them. We need to have a knockdown drag out before I go and say I do. I need to know what I'm saying I do too. I need to see your roots. I need to meet your mama. I need to meet your cousins. I need to see how you grew up. It wasn't until I met his family that I understood him. Because it was things that I just thought he was just so, until I went, I said, that's his culture. And sometimes you are having a culture shock.
Yes.
That's what he said about me too. If y'all pass him the mic, he'll wear me out. Because you got to get to the root of a thing. Because y'all are so in love that you're blind. And baby, love ain't blind. Infatuation is blind. But love is so clear. Love is so clear because now you think you're a fool for staying. Why am I here? Well, I know they lying. Why am I still here? I know they crazy. Why am I laying in this bed letting them breathe in my face? I know the why am I here? I know they got dysfunction. His mama go through it. His brother go through it. I know it's a little crazy in him too. He can sit there and act like his whole family crazy and that's the only one. But he got some crazy too that he don't want to acknowledge. You bashing your family and just like them. First he called my grandma May Greenleaf. I'm talking about his grandma. But God is getting ready to do something that's going to shake you at your roots. Sometimes you got to know where a person get it from. It ain't till you can get around all the leaves and the fruit and that's seasonal stuff. But get to the foundation. You sit up there trying to meet that circle of friends. Now you need to go to the neighborhood. You need to go to the projects, and you need to ride around on the corner they used to sling on, and you need to go meet some exes, and you need to, I'm telling you, if you want to know who they are, you need to sample the soil before you sample the fruit.
Come on.
I need to know the pH balance in this thing. I need to know what's going on because I've been in a place that I've been operating on a superficial and on a level that it doesn't even matter on. And I'm loving you. I'm loving your mask. I'm loving your contour. I'm loving your bundles. I'm loving your MAC. I'm loving your makeup. I'm loving your Fenty. I'm loving your lip gloss. I'm loving all the things that you are not.
Come on.
I done fell in love with that Coca-Cola bottle and didn't realize it was Spanx. And now that we are in the bed and it's jiggling and shaking and jiggling, and I didn't realize you were that snatch that you put on the bed. That it was some stuff that was not in place like you projected. That was some things that was not. Don't get fooled because they waist looking snack. Take off the girdle and let us see who you really are. There are some things underneath, and I need to see the fat. I need to see you without your wig on. I need to see your wrinkles. I need to see you in the morning with the bags under your eye. I need to know what your breath smell like at 7 in the morning. I need to know how your skin look ashy. I need to know what you look like without makeup on. I need to see your eczema. I need to see your love handles. I need to see your blemishes. I need to know what I'm marrying. But some of y'all are marrying the facade. Some of y'all are joining the church off of a service and you don't know how them Negroes act in that office. You don't know what's going on. Add me to the Facebook group. I want to see what they're arguing about. Let me go out to eat with you on Sunday. I love the pastor. Let me see what they're gossiping about over chicken. Because God is trying to get us to a place that when I make my vow, I need to know what I'm committing myself to. Because everybody know how to put on in this stage. That's exactly what this is, a stage. But when you get home, what is your integrity like? What is your love language? How do you reason? I need to know. I don't want to care how you love. We talk too much about love languages, London. I need to talk to you about your argue language. Are you a cusser? Do you break stuff? Are you going to bleach my clothes? Are you going to bust the windows out my car? Are you going to flip my tires? Or are you going to give me the silent treatment? Are you going to walk around and be passive aggressive? Do I need to hide when you cooking grits or not? I need to know who you are. You are mad. Because if I don't know you on mad day, are you gonna air all our dirty laundry? Because I'm a very private person. So if you're the type of person that get mad and you gotta get on Facebook and let the whole world know, and people screenshotting and laughing at your dumb silly behind, and you thinking they liking it, and who I got a following, those people are gassing you up, and it is the counsel of the ungodly.
Come on. Teach.
I need to know.
Yes.
I need to know
Teach
if your
her real
mama gonna
good.
get in our arguments or not.
If your mama gonna get it
I need to know. Am I gonna have to fight her too? I need to know.
Yes,
You
because
know.
I will.
Because I'll drag you and your mama. Because I'm not there yet, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just having to be honest about my. I gotta be honest about my process. My hands are bisexual. I need to let you know that sometimes I woman. I just need you to let me know so that we can learn how to love each other. Because if you hit me, I'm going to kill you. We just need to talk about these things. I don't need to know your favorite color. That don't have nothing to do with our relationship. We are not going to be coloring.
We will not be coloring.
What's your favorite color? Oh my God, mine too. When are you ever going to need colors?
We will be coloring.
How do you clean your chitlins?
How do you clean them? It's important.
Because if you're finna boil them right out the bag, that's a no for me, dog.
This is good.
If you can follow these simple steps. It's just 3. It's just 3.
Oh my God. Ooh, I guess I'll be single again.
It's just 3. Do you eat in the bed or eat popcorn crumbs? And now it's all on my thigh. I'm waking up in popcorn kernels.
I can be able to do it.
You know, some stuff you can't be this specific. Am I going to have to pick up, are you going to put your dishes in the sink, in the water, or are you going to put them on the counter and let it get hard? Now I got to scrub. Don't look at them, though. I'm just talking hypothetically. I'm just putting random stuff out there. You gotta know!
Say that.
But you're marrying. Because what you gotta ask yourself is, can I do this for the rest of my life?
That part. That part.
That's what the roots is all about. Can I do this for the rest of my life?
Ooh, Jesus.
If you can follow those simple steps, you'll discover the secret to being blessed. Figures are symbols to use to calculate and compute the amount, size, distance, and value of your blessing. That was the whole point of them being calculators and computers. The purpose of a calculator is to come up with the conclusion of a thing. The purpose of you computing is to figure out from the beginning, how do I get to the end?
Oh my God.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. X plus 3 equals 40. How do I get to the conclusion? X plus 10 equals 50. How do I get to 50? Well, I know the answer is 50. I know that it's to death do us part, but how do I get to that part?
Yeah, that's good.
Because they give me vows that they don't give me instructions for. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? To have and to hold. To death do us part. For richer or for poorer. Sickness and health. And you're saying yes to things you ain't never been through yet. So basically, my yes is I really hope so. Maybe my yes is I guess.
I'm here to tell you.
Because I ain't never did it before. All I know is me. X plus 10 is 50. So I got an X plus 10. So PIMDIS says that I need to take a plus, subtract 10 on this side, subtract 10 on that side from 50, that means 40. So X equals 40. So let me go back and check my work.
Check your
40 plus 10. I had to plug that figure into the equation. Equals 50. Yes, that's correct.
Add it up. Come on.
You got to do the work. Your blessing is work. Everybody want a harvest, but you got to reap it. Reaping is tough business. I need you to understand that Greg said something that boggled my mind during the offering, and he came from Luke. And he said, Luke 6:38 says. He didn't even open his Bible.
That's right.
Some of you know the scripture, but you don't know where it comes from.
The address.
But when you can tell me where it comes from, now I know how to get back to it. Because you gave me the formula to find where you got it from. If we have some people to stop quoting scriptures but tell me where it's at, then I can meditate on it day and night. But if I don't know how to get to that myself, it says, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give into your bosom, for with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured unto you again. Figuring something out is calculating the measurement of it. You need to know the extent of their love, the extent of their patience, the extent of their commitment, the extent of their consistency, the extent of their problem solving, the extent of their conflict resolution. Does it work for me? Have you measured your harvest? Yeah, you've been speaking your harvest, but you ain't measured it yet. We're getting ready to go. I need you to sit back and count up the cost of everything that you think you want to jump in. Count up the cost of men. I want to be a preacher. If you take hold of the gospel plow, and the Bible says if you even look back, you're not fit for the kingdom. I need you to understand that there's some people who mismeasured you and miscalculated you, and they counted you out, and they said, Savannah, you will never be anything because they only knew half of your story. But I just need you to know before you go that the people who counted you out can't count. They didn't do that. They didn't know their algebra, and they didn't know the formula. But God says that we are entering into the close of this thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That all the things that you've been struggling in, God is getting ready to bring a favor on your marriages. All the things that you've been struggling in, God is getting ready to bring a closure.
In the name of
And
God.
all the things you wrestle with.
Yes, God.
For some of you who keep saying, why do it seem like I'm going through a cycle of things I thought I was over? The Lord says that when you get to the final exam, you have to take a test on everything that you went through.
Come on.
So if some unusual things are resurfacing out of the blue and you can't figure out where it's coming from, you're at your final examination. God says you are about to pass the test. If you pass this test, the enemy that you see on this side, you will see again no more. God is getting ready to bring you into the conclusion of the matter because God is making you go back and deal with the roots. He's making you go back and deal with the root of the people who hurt you, the roots of the people. What is the root of your betrayal? What is the root of your church hurt? What is the root of your trust issues? Let's do a revisitation. And you're thinking that it's a cycle and you think that the enemy is bringing things back up. But God says, I'm allowing things to resurface because I want to prove to you that what hurt you in that season, that the hurt that you were going through was not a measurement of the hurt itself or the person, but it was a measurement of the level you was on. And sometimes I just let you revisit some things so that you can add up to where you were versus where you are. And you can see how much you've grown. Sometimes when you go back to the wall and God says, I need you to put your face back on the wall, mother. I need you to go back to prayer. And you say, what was so significant about the wall? He says, that's where your measurements are. He said they put a little line on that wall, and then they have a line right there, and they have a line right there, and they have a line right there. And sometimes God just needs you to go back to the wall so he can do another mark. And he said, now turn around and put your face to it. And you said, God, what was the purpose of it? He said, I want you to see the mark where you were last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. And I want you to see that every time I brought you to the wall, that you can see a measurement of every year you was on. And I only allowed that to resurface so that
Yes, God.
I need you to come back to let you see that what wounded you was not an indication of where they were or how big the problem was, but it was how low you were. And I only brought you here to let you see that the level that you were on, you are not on anymore. That's why I let it come back up. It's so that you can say, you know what, I was devastated over that. I was broken about them. You mean to tell me I I let that person hurt me like they did, they don't even have a GED. And I'm sitting up here with my feelings hurt over somebody with a felony and can't get a job. And I'm sitting up here saying, God, why did I let that one get away? And they ain't even got no money. I'm sitting up here still struggling with church hurt over a preacher that didn't even go to seminary. I'm sitting up here wondering about a church that did not affirm me, and the pastor need a reader because he can't pronounce Shadrach, Meshach, or Abednego. And I'm sitting up here, you mean to tell me, God, that I was sitting up here worrying about a person who cheated on me and ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of? You mean to tell me that I was this devastated over something on this level when I realize that I'm above that now? I'm above everything. You only let it come back to show me that greater is he who is in me. It was never in Valdosta. It was never in that church. It was never in that relationship. It was never in that affirmation. It was always in me. Somebody shout, and it's still there.
And still there.
Still in me. Because my root system is still intact. Fallen off, but none of my roots have given up. I may have lost some branches and some friends may have left my life, but baby, I'm like a tree planted by the rivers of living waters. And I needed you to let you know that God says that there was many rivers but one water. He says that I'm getting ready to send you a blessing that is going to branch off into multiple streams. He said, prove me now herewith if I will not open you up. You've been trying to figure out where my blessing's gonna come. God says, I'm not gonna open heaven up. I'm getting ready to open you up. I'm gonna open you up the windows of heaven. You didn't even realize that you was the window. You've been sitting up there looking to heaven. Lord, send the rain. Lord, send the rain. Lord, I'm praying for a change. And the Lord said that if you can learn to open up yourself, you'll realize that everything I put is inside of you. The water is inside of you. Out of your belly shall flow rivers. Out of one belly shall flow multiple streams. Multiple streams. Multiple streams. Out of my belly. You need to tell me I've been praying for rain. And God said I've been praying for pain. It was painful, but it was gainful. Lord, I thank you for the pain because that was the most valuable thing you could give me. Thank you for letting them hurt me. Because when they cut me, they was trying to kill me, but you was using that blade to open me up. They thought they was going to assassinate my character, but it was just opening me up. They thought that it was going to take me out, but it was just opening me up. It may have broke my heart, but it opened me up because it was the will of God that my heart was broken. He said, what do I desire, woman of God, but a broken spirit and a contrite heart? God had the enemy on assignment. He used it to hurt you. He used it to wound you. Take you down. He used it to get you on your knees. And you say, God, I can't take it no more. God, I'm in a place that I can't go on. And the Lord said, I got you down here because you are a problem on your knees. The hell gotta fear itself when you get on your knees. He just got you in the right posture. He says, because I let you hit rock bottom. He says, because once you hit rock bottom, you realize it ain't nowhere to go from here but up. I'll just turn over and realize that God is taking me to another level. God is taking me to another dimension. And once I got down here, I found out where my foundation was. I found out where my roots was. I found out where my help was. God, why did you let them kick me down? He said you weren't being buried, Savannah. You were being planted. You thought that they was getting ready to have your funeral, but they was getting ready to have your resurrection, Priscilla. They got ready to put flowers, and you said they scandalized my name. They threw mess on my name. This church is a messy church. You've been visiting for a while, and you said, well, all I know about they tea. I don't know if I would get a part of something this nasty. These people ain't living right like they ain't saved like they say they are. And the Lord says the mess is only an indication that what you call mess, I call fertilizer. Mess is what made you fertile.
Yes, God.
Then you got up here and said, this is fertile ground. It's fertile because it's messy. It's fertile because it's a whole bunch of mess in this church. I'll tell you up front, this is a messy church. Yes, it is. Look at your neighbor and say it's very messy.
It's very messy.
Because ministry is very messy.
Yes, it is.
Mess is only a sign. You don't poop unless you eat.
Come on.
It's a lot of poop because it's a lot of eating. You can only do number 2 if you're being fed.
Come on. Right.
It's only a sign that you're growing. You need to check the church that ain't got no mess. It's a constipated church.
Ooh,
It ain't regular. It ain't natural. They need to get some castor oil. So when you get the oil on your life, it'll make everything flow.
That's right.
When you get some oil in you, it'll make all the toxins come out you. When you get some oil in your life, it'll make everything that was backed up be released. But God says there's even value in your mess. I'm getting ready to use what you was ashamed of to grow you from it. High five your neighbor and say, let's grow from this.
Let's grow from this.
The rumors weren't all lies. Let's grow from it anyway.
Amen.
Everybody wasn't lying on me. Let's grow from it anyway. Everybody wasn't hating on me, but I'm still going to grow from it. I don't care what the enemy try to bring up from my past. I'm going to use it to grow. You're not going to make me run this time, devil. I'm rooted.
Yes.
The enemy is getting ready to try to bring up some stuff in y'all relationships to make y'all run from at the finish line. But God said to tell the people the race is not given to the swift, the battle to the strong. You've been trying to think that it had to do with your speed, it had to do with your stamina and your strength. But God says it's about your endurance. Stop trying to be fast. Slow down and go through the process. I need you to learn some patience. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And the Lord said that the enemy is trying to bring some stuff up to make you stumble at the finish line. But God is getting ready to manifest. And you keep saying, well, God, I can't hear from you. You've been praying and you said, I can't hear from you. God says, in the end, I shall speak.
Ooh, not the
He didn't want
end.
him to speak in the middle. He said the race. He said the vision is for an appointed time. In the end, it shall speak. I need you to be mature enough with the middle. I need you to be mature enough with the silence. Everybody stand there.